Mhm. I do, and I actually live in a forest like this. It's quite beautiful. Although right now it's covered with snow, no green to be seen.
Wow. Well, I live next to the beach. Not
I see.
quite that close, but right next to it.
Yeah, yeah. So since you're here first, Nikki, I just want to honor that. I'm going to say a little bit about, welcome everybody to the show and introduce myself, and then we're going to just dive in and do some work.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know me, my name is Pamela Moss, Dr. Pamela Moss. I'm your soul guide, and I'm here to help you break through your blocks because this is the Blockbuster Show. And that's what we
Yes.
do here.
Yes.
So what we're doing is I'm actually helping people to what I'm being guided to do is to help people through my 6-step soul alignment process. So we're going to do the first steps today with my guest. I'm so delighted to have all the way from Queensland, Australia, Nikki Kreber, who's very kindly reached out and asked for some help with. Well, Nikki, do you want to just say in your own words? You said that you've been doing a lot of volunteer work, but you really haven't ever made much money, even though you mentioned you have clients, which I'm curious about what it means to have clients without people who pay you.
I do have clients. I've had Parkinson's for 16 years and I've learned how to consciously take control of my disease. So I'm doing very well. So I have a series of protocols, Parkinson's lifestyle protocols that share with my clients. And
Mm,
I do a lot of other things to raise awareness. I'm a Parkinson's advocate in Australia.
wonderful.
But
Yeah.
so my clients do pay me, but
Okay.
very minimally. And having Parkinson's, I can only do so much face to face, which this work very much needs. But I'd like to go online and
Mhm.
change things up a little bit. And
Gotcha.
I
And you,
volunteer as a Parkinson's advocate and as a coordinator of a local support group and as a fundraiser for Parkinson's generally in the community. And I'm fighting to get us Parkinson's nurses at the moment funded by the government, which is very novel in our part of the world.
yeah. So you are a huge advocate for people with Parkinson's, and you're making a profound difference, and you can really help people. You have protocols that can help people to adjust so that they don't have to be suffering so much from Parkinson's and can live their life. So I totally get that you are somebody who really can help people, and yet people are paying you very little money to help them. Um, do you have a sense of why that is? Like
Well,
why?
we're different in Australia to America about money.
Mm-hmm.
And most people with Parkinson's don't have a good income,
Mm,
and know that the challenge is to live with Parkinson's because it's not going to kill you. And it
mm-hmm.
costs on anywhere from 30,000 to 90,000 a year to have this disease in
Oh,
Australia currently. So it's a very expensive disease. So most people aren't used to coaches in Australia and paying for it.
I understand. So they are paying a lot of money though for other treatments. These are medical treatments or something like that.
Yes, but a lot of that they can claim back on through their health funds eventually or get something back for it. They can't get anything from me.
Right. Gotcha. And just a couple of other clarifying questions. Are you doing this as one-on-one work or do you work with people in groups?
One on one mostly. I do
Okay.
run mindfulness groups from time to time, but it is predominantly one on one.
Gotcha. So, yeah, like I remember what you said in your applications. I just feel like I cannot make money reliably, and I really want to get a home of my own again that would contribute to my sense of security. So, in a moment, we're going to talk about uh, what the goal, like what you want, not what you don't want, because that's
Yes.
how we integrate a path forward toward it. But I just wanted to understand what the structure is. So, basically, you are working with people, you are helping people, and you're working with them one on one largely. And it seems to me like one way to have more energy and time and make more money is to do more groups just to start out with because that's you can help many people at once. But let's talk about your goal, and I'm just going to tell everybody and remind you too. So basically, there's 6 steps, and I have a graphic I can show you of the 6 steps. I think I left it
Oh,
up here. There's 6 steps to align for your goals. And if I was ever so clever, I left it up here. If not, I will have to do without it for right now. But let me just see. Um, hmm. Let's just see right back here. Is it back here? I have too many things open. Yes, I do have it. I'm going to quickly screen share. Just this is just the steps we go through to remove our resistance and to align for what we want. So here is a quick view of that. And I'm going to just open that up here. I'm going to share that. So what this is basically is the first step, and this is a step I'm going to help you with to begin with today, Nikki, is to reveal your resonant goals. So we spend a lot of time thinking about what we don't want because that's what is occupying our mind as the thing that's the problem. So, but when we
Yes.
focus all the time on what we don't want, we're kind of creating the worst case scenario over and over again by thinking about like, I really don't want to have to deal with um, well, as you were saying before, I really don't want to have to. How did you put it? The problem is I'm multitasking, which doesn't work. So I'm going to move this out of my way. I'm
I
not
go
going.
and do, I need to go online. So I
Mhm.
have an online course, which I'm in the process of doing, but I keep managing to put myself last all the time.
Yes. And that perhaps goes with being a volunteer and not making money, et cetera, because
Yes.
that's all the and so many people in our tribe are people who really can make a great difference for people, who are called to make a great difference for people, but also have what I call a servant's heart.
Yes.
We feel that it's we shouldn't we put ourselves last and we don't ask for money, and because we put ourselves last, just ask for money, we really can't be nearly as helpful as we could be if we were taking care of ourselves and receiving enough income that we could live well on. So
Mhm.
it's actually fundamentally doesn't work to do this, but it's deeply part of the programming people in our tribe, our community tend to have. So we're going to begin with getting clear, Nikki, about what is your resonant goal. And by your resonant goal, I mean something that's what you want to be true, and yet perhaps you don't think it possibly can be true. But we're going to just play with it until it becomes resonant for you. Till resonant means our heart is saying like, yes, that's what I want. It has this certain vibration to it. And
Mhm.
there's other steps in the process. We're going to begin today because we can't do all of them today. We're going to begin by getting clarity about your resonant goal. So we know what you don't want. You don't want to feel like you can't make money reliably. You don't want to feel like you can't get a home. You don't want to have this sense of insecurity. So start talking to me about what do you want? And if you just, it's not usually just the opposite. If I make money reliably, I have a home on my own. Just because when we just switch it, it's more empowering, but a lot of times our brain just says, well, you can't have that because you've been telling yourself you can't have that for a long
Yeah.
time. So I'm gonna ask you to just play with me, and
Hmm.
what if you really wave a magic wand, what would you want to be true in the areas of money and having your own home and security and making the difference that you're here to make?
Okay, it's on those three fronts. I would like to have a much more public face about Parkinson's in Australia, so I feel like I am making a difference to everyone.
Okay.
Um, I would like to have have faith that enough money was coming in so I didn't have to rely on a pension any longer. And I would like a home of my own. That would give me that basic foundational sense of security.
Right.
It's an Australian thing, I think.
Oh, I think it's a universal thing. I don't think Australia has the corner on wanting to have a home and basic security. Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, I know it seems like, so we often think about what we need in order for something to happen. Like we very much have a sort of like, we have to do this, then I can do that, then I can do that kind of way to approach things. But that isn't
Mm,
necessarily true. Like you could have a home of your own. I've known people who found a home of their own who did not pay for it. And so it just want to put that possibility, which may seem
yes.
outrageous to you, but if you get clear about what you want, you surrender that you know how or that can or cannot happen, you can open up new possibilities. So we're just playing
Well,
around with
the big dream, the
the
big
big
dream
dream. Good for you. Bring the big dream.
is that I get three Parkinson's nurses for our health region here, which is a very large region. We have 4,000 people with Parkinson's, so it's quite a hotspot. I would like to develop a community and respite centre for Parkinson's people here, with 6 residential units, and one of them would have to be a manager, of course. That could be me.
That would be a job you should certainly get paid nicely to do, since it's a lot of work to organize it and everything else. Yes.
But it would also give me home, permanent
And it would also
base,
give you a
so
home.
to
So
speak.
there you go. How about that? Your home could actually pay you. Welcome, Mary. I'm working with somebody right now, so we're just going to have you in the queue there. Um, so yeah, so your big dream, and I love that you're stepping out of like, oh, I can only ask for this much, to your big dream. So your big dream is to have 3 Parkinson's nurses in a Parkinson's respite center, where and you are the manager living in the center and being paid to live there for free with instead of you paying them. Okay,
Yes.
very good. Okay, good. Good. So we're just massaging a little bit more. We're just getting it more and more like, yeah, that's what I want, without worrying about how you can get it, because this the first stage is just getting clear about your resonant goal. What I'm hearing in it, so when you say the more public face in Australia, is that like a means to an end, or is that something that, or is that?
It is a means to an end. We have great public faces in Australia that work closely with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. Forgive my voice, it's now starting to fade, so I'm forcing it out.
Well,
Um,
if it's you, since you, I want you to manage yourself and say what you need. So if you need to, like, whatever,
let's
I
have
just
a
want to make.
sip.
Yeah, good. Very good. This is part of
Yeah.
self-care, saying, excuse me, I need to have some water.
Um, but we have a very big country, and we're not, in our remote and regional parts, we're not served by medicos well, even with telehealth. So I would like to get a lot more information out to everybody via old-fashioned radio and
Mhm.
interviews and that sort of thing. Because I
Good.
believe the fundamental difference is you stay being a victim and the disease is in charge, or you consciously take control.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's
that
the
so
difference.
much of life that is really true. We forget we have a choice. That
Yes.
you're telling people you have a choice. You do not have to stay a victim, and that is such a powerful message. People need that message. So there's a whole vision you have for what's possible, and the vision is the Parkinson's nurses, the Parkinson's respite center, the radio shows happening, people all across in the bush everywhere getting the message about Parkinson's and how they can take control of it and help their loved ones take control of it. What if you had a name for that vision being true? What would you call it? Because it's got a lot of different pieces.
I call my business Navigating Parkinson's Disease, which is, and Parkinson's Lifestyle Protocols, both are the names of
I guess
my
what I'm asking you
businesses.
is, I'm sorry, I'm
But I
interrupting.
have I have a mosaic of things in there, hence all those logos that I sent you.
So
I have a
so
radio show already. I'm a smoothie health trainer. I'm a coach. I'm an advocate.
yes, Nikki. So I get you're multifaceted, and which probably takes a lot of energy. But I'm asking you right now for what if all these things were true, the vision that you're holding. I'm just asking you for a name for the vision, for having the nurses, for having the respite
Oh,
center, for having all the pieces. They're all in place. What would you call that overarching vision?
I don't know what I call it. Bella Vista, actually. Beautiful
Bella
view.
Vista, you know what it's called. Very good. So the reason I wanted to ask you about your vision's name, because it's and Bella Vista is a very beautiful name for it, of course, meaning beautiful view, and it really is a new view on life with Parkinson's and a new way to help people. So basically, your goal that I'm hearing, the goal in your heart is that your Bella Vista vision is true, has come to life. Um, all right, what's the right words? What would you say?
Sorry, what do you mean?
I'm making this as what makes a resonant goal is we're going to make it as we're going to write it as if it's true now, and that to your mind will
Oh,
say it's not true now. But that's how
yeah.
we start aligning for is making a powerful statement of what you want as if it's true now, and usually it's an I am statement or maybe an I
Yes.
choose statement or an I know statement. So what I'm hearing is it's something like it's something about like your Bella Vista vision is happening. Like this is not
Yes.
like you've been working your whole life on it. So we're just saying it's happening.
Right.
Uh,
We have 3 Parkinson's nurses working in the community, all based out of our Bella Vista
Everything that you
facility.
described, yes, all of the things that you describe are encapsulated with my Bella Vista vision. And so is the statement just my Bella Vista vision is true or is happening or like what's the
Oh,
statement? I'm
okay.
looking for how do you express it where it's all true because
The world sees Bella Vista happening.
Mm, Bella Vista happening. Awesome. Awesome. And how do you feel when the world sees Bella Vista is happening?
Oh, my heart just swelled.
Yeah, your heart swells. Um, and um, and you know
And
what
I'm
occurs
grinning,
in your what?
grinning.
You're grinning. Yes, good. This is part of it. Yes, and it feels to me also like in a way like you're fulfilled or you're complete or you're free. There's something. What's the right word there?
um, because Bella Vista is for the people, it's a service to the people living with Parkinson's, then it fulfills my need for service. So it just, and it gives me the opportunity to live in it and feel it and be part of it. Um,
Hmm.
and so, yes, I feel like it's not the end of the vision, but it's certainly the biggest mountain in the vision. So
Yes.
if I got to the top of that mountain, I'd be feeling really good.
Yes. See, and you get to live in it. That's part. That's part. Does that capture the part about the security of having your own home? And you say, well, that really is the way I could have my own home. It really is.
Yes,
And
yes,
it'd be professional of my service, and I would be paid to do it instead of the other way around. Yeah.
yes.
So the world sees. So I'm just going to give this back to you. Tell me if this feels like yes, we have the resonant vision, or if we need to tweak it a little bit. We just want to we have a really powerful goal, and then we're going to do one more quick thing to help it really be resonant. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. So here's what we have. The world sees Bella Vista is happening. My heart swells. I live in it. I feel it, and I am fulfilled. Is that do we need to tweak anything, or is that pretty close? What needs to be tweaked if there's something that needs to be tweaked?
Just the word is spreading and there's national use.
Okay. Uh, so this maybe goes from the beginning. The world sees Bella Vista's happening. It's on the world. What would you say? It's in the
Oh,
news, or
well,
what was
it's on the national stage, we'll say.
it's on the national stage. Is it really on a stage, or is it okay? Whatever
Well,
kind
it's
of
a
stage.
standalone facility. There's nothing like it in Australia. So,
Hmm. Okay, great. It's on the national stage. My heart swells. I live in it. I feel it. I am fulfilled. Okay. All
or
right. So here,
view, it's in the national view.
and it's in the national view. That makes sense to me because it's everybody's aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The world sees Bella Vista is happening. It's in the national view. My heart swells. I live in it. I feel it. I am fulfilled. How does that sound to you as you're aware of the world?
Wow. Sounds amazing.
Yeah. So this is the power of creating a resonant goal. Like you have a new perspective. You can see something that's different. And you see with this kind of a vision, it's possible you could, for example, perhaps get grants or funding to fund this.
Mm,
You've been
yeah.
living in this small world of I have to volunteer all the time and give my time away. And actually, what you could really be doing is gathering resources to make this happen. if you,
Yes.
if,
Oh, well, I'm doing that too, but I
yes,
haven't really gone into full swing yet. So, yes,
yeah.
this gives me the,
Yeah, so this is the power of getting a resonant goal. You can feel something new is available. There's like a new possibility, right? So
mm.
is that, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Is this what you're
No,
noticing?
it's just encapsulated it in one thing. So I can see it. I've been feeling a bit disparate, distracted, and
Yes.
I couldn't quite see it as clearly as I have done in the past.
Right, right. Well, that's part of what my listening is doing is helping you distill it down to like this is the essence of what it is. That's what I'm talking about. That's what my life is for. That's what I want.
Yes.
So that's really great. And what I want to point out is, so we just did this first part. I'm going to share my screen just briefly for this. So we just did the first part of the 6-step process for aligning for your goal. So here's we did the first part. Reveal your resonant goal. So you're super clear and inspired by what you want to create, right? Because you are.
Yep.
And just having this new clarity kind of shifts your energy. But like, oh wow, I feel like this. Well, you can tell me, how do you feel that's different than before we did this?
Well, as I said, it's very, because I am a light worker and I'm a global heart coherence ambassador, and I do global meditations and stuff. I've been feeling very scattered and very disparate the last
Mhm.
couple of weeks and unable to focus and get momentum going after last year. And we're already into just about February, and it's been really bothering me. But this is, yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
consolidated.
Gotcha. Consolidated. Good. So that there's some other steps to do, which is to assess your alignment, which is to see what you need to be aligned with that goal. Because right, it's like right now it's this beautiful, shiny possibility, but it doesn't feel grounded very much because it seems like a big stretch. So we need to see what does your system need for this to be true. And there's some inner work and there's some practical steps. Once you've done the inner work, it's possible that you can take totally new steps, such as apply, learn grant writing and apply for grants or things that you haven't even dreamed of maybe or thought of. But when you're aligned with this goal, no longer having any part of you doubting or thinking, but Nikki, you should just volunteer for everything. But Nikki,
Yeah.
put yourself last. so so these are the next steps: assessing your alignment, what you need, getting permission from your subconscious mind, because you can feel there's very strong programming in you that we just volunteer. We are totally about the service. We don't in our family, look for money or whatever. That's not the point. The point is making a difference and being of service. That you learned from your father and that you've inherited, and that's part of your culture. So in order for you to really start making a bigger difference, you actually have to be able to loosen up that programming, which has kept you from being able to think bigger and be able to receive more for yourself and for your project. So that's you need permission from those subconscious parts of you that are like, I don't know about that, Nikki. You won't be a good servant anymore. And then
Yes.
we also need to clear out non-beneficial energy, which is just non-beneficial. And make room for something much more beneficial that really deeply supports you. And then uncover your action plan, which your action plan, I feel strongly your action plan is going to include things like writing grants, like actually getting the funding to make your vision happen.
And meeting the powerful donors.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly possible. Once you're totally aligned and clear, I want this, and I have the power to do this, then you can find the resources because the resources are out there. I'm quite sure. The last part of the process is getting your action plan and your power practices that support you and keep you empowered, and removing your resistance and realigning so you can start creating results right away. And I'm going to talk about at the end of the show, like how you can actually do this work with me if that's something you want to do. But I just wanted to share that's the process. So,
Mhm.
do you have anything you want to say about this? Or are we ready to go on to the next person? I just want to check in with you.
um, People ask me about timelines, and
Hmm.
I'm not concerned about timelines. I'm going to make it happen. So, and it's not tomorrow. It's a 3 to 5 year plan or something. But I've been feeling uneasy about that lately because I can't answer it because I don't have it locked
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, well, some of the answers that you're looking for will, like what I'm hearing when you were talking is, and this is the last thing I'm going to say before I go on to the next person, but
Yes.
I'm feeling that your energy and attention has been, I'll say, very disparate. And really, the reason to have this consolidated vision is to start focusing your attention on this, because this solves all the things you want to solve. And you don't have to know how, you just have to align yourself with it so you're no longer in an argument with yourself about whether you deserve to have this or whether whatever stuff you're telling yourself that holds you back from really being able to receive the resources that help make this happen. Um, Basically that's that you need to get all that out of the way so you're totally clear and on board with that, and from there opportunities, I promise you, will start coming to you because you will be aligned with receiving them, as opposed to thinking about, well, I have to volunteer all my time one-on-one with people, and I'm just, you can't make the difference you're here for working with people one-on-one and this kind of the way that you have been, right? So
Hmm.
it's going to require an up leveling. So
Okay.
okay, so we'll talk about more about how you can do that anyway. But thank you so much for
Thank
playing with me,
you.
sharing so honestly. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, thank you, Nikki. And
Namaste.
namaste, namaste to you also. And next is Mary. Hello,
Hi,
Mary.
Pamela.
I haven't seen you in a while. Your hair is different. You look great. I mean, you look great anyway, but I haven't. You just look different.
I do. I do.
Yeah. Yeah, so I remember you were pretty clear about the goal that you wanted. Your goal was that you want to, let me see if I wrote it down here. I know that it had to do with just um, letting, like you don't need to have sticks to walk and you're free to dance through life. And that pretty much captures it. Yeah. So you already have a clear sense of your goal. I'm going to ask, I think we're going to do with you is, so I guess it's the language basically, I no longer need walking sticks, or I dance through life, or like, how would you say if it's true? What's the expression of it?
Well, I think that it's more like that I'm able to dance through life, dance anywhere I want to go. You know,
Yeah.
my walking and my flexibility and flow through life is easy and joyful.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'm able to dance through life with ease and joy. Does that need to have be in there? Or is it just enough to say I am able to dance through life, or I am dancing through life?
Um, I am dancing through, but here's the thing: it needs to be specific to my physical body,
Okay.
because people already, you know, when people think of me, they've already said to me, "Are you kidding me? You always dance through life."
I get that about you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
hadn't
So
seen it like that.
yes. All right. So it needs to be specific to your body. So what we're looking for the language that's resonant for you. So talk to me about what needs to be in there about your physical body.
Well, what's coming up is dancing and joy are embodied in my, you know, are embodied in life. I don't know how to say it.
Mm. Well, like you said, it needs to be related to your physical body. And do you think that I'm able to dance through life with ease and joy? That I guess that you're afraid that, or afraid's not the right word, but you're feeling that that's more your energy and your presence rather than your physical body.
That's I mean, that's already present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dancing through life with ease and joy.
Right.
So, so how do I say it? I don't necessarily want to be running through the fields,
Could it work?
but
Sorry, go ahead. I was
you
wondering,
know,
could it
but
work?
something like that. Yeah, go ahead.
I wonder, could it work? My body dances through life with ease and joy, or is that not right?
What came up was uh, like me and my body are dancing through life,
Oh, how
but
about that?
there's, but I want to say, I think I want to say I am dancing through life with my body and spirit. Maybe that.
I'm dancing through life with my body and spirit. So just check in with yourself and see if that feels like the resonant goal. I'm dancing through life with my body and spirit. Or do we still need the ease and joy part? Anything else? I'm dancing through
No,
life.
I think that works,
Okay.
Pamela.
All right, awesome. So because we got your goal pretty quickly, we can also do the next piece of a resonant goal, which is applying the six senses to clarity for what that will be like when
Okay.
it's true. So what that does is that's where you start to, this is kind of going into the next step really, which is where we're translating your goal for your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind's like, oh, I understand what you mean by dancing through life with my body and spirit. Because right now it's kind of a theoretical, kind of intellectual almost concept. So we're gonna make it a lot more uh, grounded, I guess you could say, or tangible. So I'm going to ask you some questions to do this, and we're going to do the six senses. The six senses are the five regular ones in your intuition, because your intuition is going to help supply the answers. So when
All
it's
right, good.
true,
I just want to say one thing, Pamela.
please.
I live in the mountains of West Virginia, so my internet went out and back, but I dialed in on the phone, so I won't go away if my picture does.
Thank you for explaining that. That's reassuring, and I'm glad you've got the strong audio because that's the main thing we need. Good. So,
Exactly.
we're going to be, you're going to answer these questions in regards to I'm dancing through spirit with my body. I'm sorry, I'm dancing through life with my body and spirit. So when that is
Okay.
true, when that is really true, what will you see? And by see, I mean literally see, like a photograph or like a movie maybe, or a slideshow of images. And it could be something you see yourself doing. It could be something you see somebody else doing with your through life with your body and spirit. It could be something in your surroundings, something symbolic or metaphoric. What does that look like? We're going to look for three images of what you'll see when it's true. You're dancing through life with your body and
So
spirit.
the first one is literally walking through the forest
Mm, good. Without
in the
walking stick.
trees.
In the trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, great. I'm looking for two more images of what you will see that capture different aspects of this. So one of them is you're walking through the forest, you're in the trees. What else do you see when it's true that you're dancing through life with your body and spirit?
That I'll find myself. I was thinking about in a public place dancing with other people around.
Uh-huh.
So,
just,
but
yeah.
but so that's what it is. But it doesn't have to be a public place. Could be, a friend just got married in an outdoors place. Like. So I see myself in a public place of nature.
Yes. So the image.
Dancing.
Yeah, that's perfect. And what you just described, all that matters as far as this exercise is concerned is that we make it vivid enough, your subconscious mind goes, ah, I got it. Like when you're dreaming, it's a specific image. Like it's like you're outside dancing with at a friend's wedding and you're in nature.
Yeah.
Like that's their image. Very good. Good. So one
Right.
more image, what you will see when it's true that you are dancing through life with your body and spirit. Maybe some area where right now it seems hard for your body to dance through life.
Well, that I can lilt down the stairs, up and down the stairs.
I love that word, lilt down the stairs, up and down the stairs. And you have a visual of what that looks like. You don't necessarily have to explain it, but is that a visual for you?
Totally.
Okay, awesome, great. So now that you've got what the things you will see, I'm going to ask you about what you will hear when this is true. And by hear, I mean literally hear. Like it might be something you say to yourself in your head, like, oh, that was easy. Or it might be something you say out loud to someone else or something someone says to you. Could sound like sounds around you, maybe silence or whatever else that you might hear it as. Or it could sound like something that's more symbolic or metaphoric, like, a choir of angels going, hallelujah. So what will you
Well, I'm
hear?
going to take those two things. I'm going to say, well, that was easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been doing some work. There's a new film, and one of the songs in it is 100,000 Angels.
Mm.
So I'm going to have those 100,000 angels be saying hallelujah.
I love that. Fantastic. And one more thing that you will hear, because we're going to have three things you'll hear as well. So one more thing that you will hear when it's really true that you're dancing.
So the third thing is playing music with my granddaughter and dancing, like dancing down the street, dancing in the living room, dancing out in the yard. But Dancing with Lani is her name. Lani.
I love it. I love you and Lani are dancing on the street and in the living room and down and like everywhere. It's like a whole slideshow.
Right.
Our little movie montage. Yeah. Awesome.
I like
Great.
in the street.
Yeah. Yeah. That's totally liberated. Anywhere you are. Well, great. So I love that last. So now that when those things that you see, the walking through the forest and the trees, the dancing at the friend's wedding in nature, the lilting up and down the stairs, and the things you hear, like that was easy. 100,000 angels, hallelujah, and dancing with Lani in the street, living room, and everywhere else. When all those things are true, what is the emotion of that? How does that feel?
Well, just this amazing laugh and joy. This energy of joy.
Yes, good.
But then also laughing. And then the third one is in the forest, like a complete peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, very good. So there's what I'm hearing is kind of, are they really three things? There's the laughter feeling, there's the joy feeling, and there's the complete peace, or they go together? How would you describe that?
I just noticed I had my eyes closed and my internet went out. So I just noticed there was no picture there. Could you just say it again to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So what I heard you say is three things: amazing laugh is how it feels, joy is how it feels, and complete peace, like in the forest. And what I'm wondering is, are those separate things or do they go together?
Oh, they might, but not necessarily.
Okay, so do the laugh and the joy go together and the peace is separate or different?
Yeah, that could be.
Okay, good. Now you'll know. I'll tell you in a moment why I was asking. So what I'd like you to do, Mary,
Okay.
is to notice where in your body you feel the amazing laugh and joy, and where you feel the complete peace. Like there's somewhere, if they have a location in your body, where would they be?
The joy is like in my root chakra.
Okay, great. And how about the complete peace?
Is in my heart.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'm going to ask you the remaining questions about both of those. And just the laughter is with the joy in the root chakra?
No, it includes my crown.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And in my throat.
Okay. Gotcha. So I'm glad I asked. So, okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask you some questions about each of these areas. So you're going to actually answer them for each one. They have separate, distinct locations and different qualities. So starting with the laugh that you feel in your crown and your throat, if that had a temperature, it'd be warm or cool or neutral?
Oh, that's interesting. I was immediately going to say warm, but it actually is pretty cool.
Okay, good to notice. And I think we're just going to go through each one of them one at a time and then come back to them, unless you feel like we can just
okay.
go. Yeah, we'll just try it that way. So staying with
you do it how you want.
Okay, I'm just going with the flow here. So okay, staying with the laugh that's in your crown and your throat, it's cool. If it had a color, what color would it be?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay, great. And if it had a shape, what shape would it be?
Like a big cloud, but a cloud like in cartoons when they make I don't know what they call them, but it's like a big cumulus cloud. So it's like way outside me. I guess how I would say it is, it's all in my light body. Like
Gotcha.
It goes all through my.
Yeah, it's much bigger than your body. Yeah.
My aura. Yeah.
Got it. Awesome. Great. And then just a couple more questions about that cool yellow big cumulus cloud in your light body. If you could reach out and touch it, what would it feel like to your fingers?
Like ungraspable.
Ungraspable. So that means you can't grasp it. Is there nothing there, or is there something there?
There's definitely something there, but it's definitely, you can't put your hand on it.
Gotcha. So just that's a distinction. I think that, yeah, I got that. Okay, good. And then just one more question about that. If this feeling, this cool, big yellow cumulus cloud in your light body that's not graspable, ungraspable, if it had a smell, what would it smell like?
A fresh breeze.
Of course. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other two. And what I'm doing, and as far as Nikki or anybody else listening right now, where there's the resonant goal has two aspects. One of them is actually getting clarity about when it's condensed down to its essence and it's really resonant. And then the second part of it is clarifying it for your subconscious mind, which is the exercise I'm doing with Mary, the 6 senses to clarity. And this helps your subconscious mind go like, I know what you're talking about. Now I get it. Now we can, that could be something. There's a pathway forward there. It's more tangible. So now we're going to explore let's see, I guess we're going to go down the body. Why not? How about the peace in the heart? So focusing on that feeling of peace in your heart. And if that feeling in your heart, that peace, if it had a temperature, it'd be warm or cool or neutral?
Definitely warm.
Okay.
Red. But again, it's like through all my auras, like that red vibration is you know, it's centered. I can touch it I can touch my, you know, where my heart is on my chest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the red color is warm, and it's just like the vibration is way outside me.
Yeah, it feels radiant, like way, way, way.
That's
Yeah,
a great word. That's the perfect word, Pamela. Yeah.
awesome, beautiful. And if you could touch that radiant warmth that's red in your heart, this feeling of peace that goes through all your auras, if you could touch it, what would it feel like to your fingers?
Well, I think, like I said, you know, like putting my hand on my chest.
Mm-hmm. So what do you feel when you put your hand on your I mean, as long as you can feel it, you don't have to necessarily describe it in words, but it feels like you put your hand
Yeah.
on. Okay.
I think that does it, putting my hand on my chest. And you heard that deep breath. I don't know where that fits in, but that's definitely part of it.
Yeah, yeah. No, that piece of just like, it feels like you're just letting go.
Oh, right.
Yeah, very good. And last question about this warmth in your heart, this beautiful radiance. If that had a smell, what would it smell like?
Oh, let's see.
Just let something come to mind. It doesn't have
Oh,
to.
yeah, it just clean is what's there. I don't know what that means, but
Well, as long as it's you're present to it. Our words for smells are limited, so whatever that.
yeah.
Okay, great. So now we're going to go down to the third place, the joy in your root. So if you connect with that, we're going to ask the same questions. If that joy in your root had a temperature, what would it be? Warm, cool, neutral?
Mm. I guess I'll say neutral because nothing is
Yep,
necessarily there.
that good. That's
But
why we have it.
yeah, orange is there.
Okay, orange. And if it had a
Hmm.
shape of that orange neutral feeling in your root.
Oh, oh, Pamela, what's there is um, uh, this ball with roots into the ground.
Mm, wow, wonderful. And if you could touch that ball with those roots that go into the ground, this orange ball, what would it feel like to your fingers?
Well, and then I have to change the temperature to warm.
Okay, it can change as you pay attention to it. Yep.
Yeah.
It's warm, and does it have a
Um,
texture when you touch it?
um, the word that's there is palpable.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Is it?
so my fingers, what would my fingers, connected is the word that came up.
Mm-hmm. The main thing here is like that you have a sense of it in your fingers, like while you're thinking about it and talking about it. Can you feel what that would feel like, that palpable connective surface that
Yeah,
you're.
it's, you know, like you can, like it moves, it's, um, like a bread dough.
That's very good. I got that. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. And then just one last question about this joy is if this orange ball with roots that go down into the ground and that moves and feels like bread dough, if it had a smell, what would it smell like?
Like the earth,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
like dirt.
Mm-hmm. That's good. And then one last question: if you could put all of this into your mouth and taste it, the forest, dancing at the friend's wedding outdoors, lilting up and down the stairs, that was easy. 100,000 people's hallelujah, dancing with Lanny all over the place, and this amazing laugh that's like this cool, bright yellow, well, not a bright yellow, but big yellow cloud of laughter that goes out beyond your body, and this peace in your heart that's also radiating way out and smells so clean and it's red. And the joy in your root, this orange ball that you can feel. It's like, it smells like the earth and dirt and feels like bread dough. You could put all that in your mouth. You could taste it. What would the taste of this golden fluid be?
Champagne.
Champagne. I love it. We also do just champagne.
Champagne, bubbly champagne, effervescent,
Yes.
celebration champagne.
Fun, wonderful. Got it. Good. So congratulations. You just translated your goal of I'm dancing through life with my body and spirit for your subconscious mind. What do you notice? Is there anything now that you've done this process, does it feel more tangible, or what's different?
Well, I can close my eyes and I have, again, the word that came up was an embodiment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's there in my body.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see the screen or not. If you're on the phone, maybe you can't, but I'm just going to go back and say, so what we just did is we just completed that first step. I'm going to share my screen again for anybody who wants to see it. So here we go. So we completed the revealing your resonant goal, and you got super clear about yours, Mary, and because you also did this deeper process to translate the goal for your subconscious mind. And then the next steps would be to assess your alignment to see what inner work you need for the goal to be true. Because right now you have a tangible experience of it, which is great, but there's probably something more than that needed for it to really be true, that your body is in fact dancing through life, and you are dancing through life with your body and your spirit. And you might need to get permission from your subconscious mind. Sometimes getting the deep clarity you get in the sixth senses is enough for your body, your subconscious mind to get permission. Sometimes it's not.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some non-beneficial energy that needs to be cleared out and replaced with beneficial energy. And then there's removing your resistance and realigning so you can move forward with power and start noticing a difference right away. And also the uncovering your inspired action plan and power practices. In your case, it's probably more not so much an inspired action plan as your power practices. Once you've done the alignment work, what you need to practice ongoingly to maintain that state, so your body doesn't. That's what I'm feeling. It's like you need some kind of a practice once you've done the alignment that really supports you daily to have this experience. And for you and for everybody else, basically what I'm offering people is a breakthrough package where you did the first step today, we do all the other steps, and we basically do them through a process of 3 sessions, or it could be a half day VIP retreat with me. And I have 10 spots that are available to do these breakthrough session packages, and they are $9.97. I'm gonna usually they're $19.97, but I want to serve more people and help people really break through and create the clarity and freedom that they want and need, and that everybody who I have in my world is somebody who's out to make a very big difference in the world, and I want to set you free to make that difference. And you already are making it in your own ways, but there's another level that's possible to get unstuck and get the issues out of the way. So we're gonna, Maribel, I think we're putting this the link to this where people can see it if that's what's calling to them. I'll find out where it is. I'll either post it or send it to you guys afterwards if that's something you'd like to do. And I just want to thank you so much for playing along. Is there anything, Mary, that you would like to say about your experience or what you got out of getting this clarity?
Yeah, it was really powerful, Pamela, to, given what I'm looking at is getting this in my body, and then I want to say waking it up, and then I can see out of this creating a practice like you suggested.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to just say thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much for opening the clarity.
You're very welcome. It's my great joy to do that. I love doing that. And Nikki, the same process actually is like, so you just saw the next step in your process, just like she got really clear about that. You can get really clear about your goal. I don't know if you were doing it along with me, but that's a very helpful. Oh, okay, Maribel put in the chat the link to the package if you want to look at. This is for private one-on-one work where we really get you out of your own way and have you be completely aligned, have your action plan, etc. So that is what I have for you today. I really appreciate you being here, and I love to break through your blocks. And if there's anything you want to say in conclusion, Nikki, is there something you'd like to say? I see you there.
Oh, excuse me. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. That was very powerful. And I always knew it was in there, but I don't visit it. That beautiful picture that you covered, that resonant gold. I love that terminology. So thank you very
You're
much.
so welcome. And I'm so glad that you both had a powerful experience of that. And I just can't emphasize enough that's opening the door. It's not the complete process because it gives you like a totally new possibility. You can really see and feel how this could happen. But there's almost certainly more that needs to happen internally and externally for it to actually happen. So that's why I'm inviting you to, if you feel called to actually reach out to me and have this 3-session package where we really do the rest of the process for you, because that'll make a huge difference. And if you have any questions, you can also reach out to me. So thank you everybody for joining me for the BLOCKbuster Show. This was session number 2, and each one of them has been a delight, and I look forward to doing more of this. If you want to invite friends or other people to benefit, please do. I love to do this work, and I'm going to do it every Tuesday for the foreseeable future. That's my plan. So thank
Thank
you all
you.
so much. And until we meet again, bye for now.